Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Previously, I have posted a video about how to spawn a Kuva Lich. This whole Kuva Lich series, I do mention that I decided to split it into 3 videos, mainly because I want to focus each part separately. So in this video, I decided to focus on the second part here, which is how would you defeat the Kuva Lich. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Continue the part where you spawn a Kuva Lich. You can actually see a Kuva Lich icon in the episode status in the map, but there's also the same Kuva Lich icon in your menu. When you click it in, you can see all the information of your Kuva Lich. These information here include the rank, name, abilities, rage meter, weakness, resistance, immunities, weapon and its bonus element, birthplace, progenitor, and sometimes they also have a quirk on it. When you look at the map, you can see that there's a planet that filled with red colors that actually indicate that the Kuva Lich had controlled the territory in a certain planet. If you do the mission in that controlled territory of your Kuva Lich, the Kuva Lich will steal your rewards in the end of the missions, which can be a little bit annoying. But fear not, because all those rewards can actually be taken back if you confront the Kuva Lich, which means by if you really defeat the Kuva Lich at the very last part. Kuva Lich is much like a mini-boss, similar to Acolytes. They will somehow spawn without any signs, but rather than 1 health bar, they have 3 health bars. And rather than defeat them by usual method, they can't. In order to defeat the Kuva Lich, you must use a Parasite while Requiem Mods equipped it, and not just simply fill it in. Instead, you must use the Requiem Mods that you know, and you have to put it in the right order. Now, you must be asking how to get the right Requiem Mods we need to use. To put it simple, the Requiem Mods can only be known by collecting enough what we know as the Murmurs by defeating those draws. Those draws can actually be spawned either be in the beginning of the mission, during the mission, and somehow they even spawn alongside with the Kuva Lich. Back to the part where we mentioned that the important notes about the Kuva Lich, which is the rage meter. The reason rage meter is important because the rage meter will indicate that how more likely the Kuva Lich will spawn. It has 5 different categories for it, which include indifference, annoying, fuming, furious, and enraged, all in order. In order to increase the rage meter, you can only increase by defeat those thralls in the controlled territory. Assuming you try to defeat a Kuva Lich but you get the wrong sequence, then the Kuva Lich will leave to the next territory, and you can see that it will rank up. The rank of the Kuva Lich not only determines its power, but it also shows that which territory and how much of the mission level will be. From the very earliest part, which is starting from rank 1, it will be at Earth, Mars, Ceres, Sedna, and finally Kuva Fortress. But if let's say you successfully defeated the Kuva Lich by using the right order, it will say that it will write to Railjack Saturn Proxima, while all your Requiem Mods charges will consumed by 1 rank. Sometimes, if you defeated the Kuva Lich, they have a chance to drop a Requiem Ultimatum and an old Requiem Mod. Requiem Ultimatum is an item that you can instantly spawn the Kuva Lich regardless the rage meter, whether it's high or low. While the old Requiem Mod can mimic any Requiem Mods, means that it can replace any mod and you will guarantee works on it. Kuva Lich, much like other enemies, has their own health typing. It's actually a flesh unit paired with ferrite armor and also has a shield on it. Due to the fact that shield can be easily depleted, so under normal circumstances, which included the element weakness is actually resisted by the health typing here, will be usually use corrosive first, followed by viral. That's because we can treat Kuva Lich as a steel pump grenadier unit which can be so tanky by most damage. But if let's say the weakness here is actually not affected by the resistance of the health and armor itself, then you may use it for your own convenience, since that one can do much more damage compared to corrosive when in the normal circumstances. Of course, you may need to pay attention to the resistance and immunities of the Kuva Lich so that you won't using the wrong elements to damage the Kuva Lich. Otherwise, it may become less or may even dealing no damage to the Kuva Lich. Another tips I want to mention about is that Kuva Lich won't spawn in the beginning when you enter the new territory or when you start doing Kuva Lich, due to the fact that the Rage meter starts from the very beginning, which is indifferent. Because of this, I usually will do the hard mission first in order to collect Murmurs. So these hard missions that I will do will either be defense, mobile defense, or interception. Because Kuva Lich won't appear right away, so that they won't disturb you and may even destroy the main objectives. And when the latest requirements are known, you can start doing those easy missions such as Exterminate, Capture, because you will need to lure the Kuva Lich out. And these missions actually quite easy for you so that you don't really need to pay too much attention to the main objectives, so that you can much more focus on the Kuva Lich itself. The hardest part for doing this Kuva Lich here is not collecting those requirements. Instead, it's the sequence of the Requiem Mods here. You have no idea what sequence you have to go with. Especially the first one that you got here is not necessary, must be the first slot in the whole sequence. So how do I get the right sequence here? You can only know the right sequence by testing it again and again. So what I do was that I just immediately put the first requirement that I know in the first slot. No matter it is correct or not, just put it in. The key here is that we need to see that whether is it in the first slot or not. Also, one thing to consider is that I only step the Kuva Lich if let's say I got at least one new Requiem Mods known. So if let's say in the first step, you should be get at least one Requiem Mods that you already know. But if let's say you want to step for the second time, means that you already fight in the Mars territory, you need to make sure that you have two Requiem Mods known. Based on this process, in the worst case scenario, not only you just check it one at a time, but also if let's say the first and second usually get the wrong sequence, then usually the highest rank your Kuva Lich can go is actually up to only rank 4. Unless you really want to let the Kuva Lich be your ally, then you purposely put it into rank 5. Otherwise, you must to make sure that your Kuva Lich is as low rank as possible. And that's it from this video. To be honest, I never thought that this video would be a little bit longer than I ever expected, mainly because farming those Requiem Murmurs are a little bit boring, so I take a little bit longer than I ever had. But also, during this whole process, there's a lot of key points that I have to focus on, so it do take me a little bit of time. I hope that this video can help all those people on how to defeat the Kuva Lich by getting those Requiem Murmurs in the right order. Also, if let's say you have problems to spawn a Kuva Lich, why not check out the video that I posted a few days ago about how to spawn a Kuva Lich. I will leave the link of the videos down in the description below. If this is your first time watching, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss out any newest content from me. Why not leave your comment down below if you got any ideas or thoughts you want to share with all of us. And that is from me, and as always, I will see you all next time. Bye bye!